Fight of the Year.
The champion now has Bowe wobbling. Is he the best of both men?
I'll get my revenge. I will repeat.
Bowe Holyfield live from Caesar's Palace, November 6th on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
It is a boxing rule that styles make fights. Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe are a study of contrasts.
My favorite color is black.
Blue. Black eyed peas.
Southern food. Martin.
I don't watch TV that much. I'm a very confident person because I know who I am. I'm another man just like any other man with a job. My job happens to be boxing.
I wouldn't say that I'm overconfident. It's just that I know what my ability is, and a guy like Evander couldn't beat me.
While Bowe talks, Holyfield listens. It is this ability to listen and learn that has made him a champion.
I follow order, meaning that I kind of obey the person that's the instructor. I'm very submissive to the trainer, to the person that's lead. And so that allows me, when I go into the ring, to do what it takes to win.
Evander throws his will into his work. Effort is his ethic.
I think I'm a boxer that took advantage of all the things that was available to him. It's not like I came up with this weightlifting bit, came up with this special training program. I just happened to have someone that cared enough about me to try to give me the edge. And his name was Tim Hallmark. He came up with heart rate, the different machines that I use to get in better shape.
That's not to say that Riddick Bowe doesn't work hard or listen. He just does it at his own pace and counts on the gentle voice in his ear of Eddie Fudge.
Without Papa Smurf, I guess the little things that I don't see, he can pick up and help me correct them. Whereas if he wasn't there, or if he wasn't as sharp as he is, then I would never know these things.
The one thing that works in Bowe's favor is his corner is constant. He's got the same brilliant man, Eddie Fudge, in his corner. Evander's changed corners. I don't know that that'll work for him.
The New York Jets, Giants,
Falcons,
the Chicago Bulls, no, the New York Knicks,
Hawks,
baseball, Yankees or the Mets,
Braves.
Evander Holyfield passionately follows Atlanta's teams and loved being a successful franchise in this sports-mad town.
Evander loved being champion. He was really, that was his thing, being champion, being a role model, being an image out there, and he enjoyed it, and he loved it. And I think if he lost anything at all, that's the feeling that he lost. I mean, he's not accepted again as a champion, only as a former champion.
No knock on Evander, who has, always been very pleasant. But Riddick sort of came in with this, teddy bear kind of approach to life, the loving mother and loving wife and the kids. And it was just, it was just refreshing to see, that a fighter can, be a man without having to, be threatening or intimidating. And I just thought, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the Brooklyn's own Riddick Bowe. Riddick!
Riddick Bowe is happy being champion, loves the attention, and enjoys the trappings of celebrity.
And if he wasn't as pretty as me, I would mess that face up a little bit more.
And Muhammad Ali.
But he is also on a mission to become as visible as his hero, Muhammad Ali. Riddick Bowe is a fighter who is as well marketed as he is trained. Moving to a world stage, Bowe met with Nelson Mandela. Made a goodwill tour to Somalia. And had an audience with the Pope. But he is a fighter. And it is the fighter's bravado that most people hear.
I want to win, and I want to leave my mark And after the fight, you will see my mark all over Evander Holyfield's face.
This is our life, a fighter's life. And he wants to take all his shots, especially a fella that has heart, guts, the will to win, and that's Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield wants to be champion again because it is a challenge, a mountain to be climbed. Riddick Bowe wants to win because he loves the view from the top.
And they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield showing his warrior's heart.
Nice ring, huh?
And Bowe stuns him with an uppercut, and just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. Look at Holyfield. What a warrior!
You want to do it now?
Reversing the tide of the battle, the champion now has Bowe wobbling. You've seen the best of both men.
Now, let's wait.
Bowe Holyfield live from Caesars Palace, November 6th on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
This is an amazing show. You've seen the best of both men.
It was November 1 year ago when Bowe and Holyfield met for the first time in what's been called one of the greatest heavyweight bouts in years. Two men whose courage transcended the ropes of the ring.
That was a real beautiful fight between two courageous young men who I think found that they could go past some boundaries that they didn't know, were there.
That was the night that Riddick Bowe grew up and became a heavyweight champion, because he took everything Evander Holyfield had to give.
My hat is off to Bowe. Bowe fought a hell of a fight that night. He fought a hell of a fight.
It was Evander giving 140% of himself. And all of a sudden you came to understand what this man was all about. And he was all about laying it all on the line and being himself and digging down deep and every other cliche that sports writers write. And he had done all of it in one night.
When Evander box is like, I box, right? So after the 10th round, I need some water. He hit me with good shots, but I'm still there. I'm hitting him with my best shots, and he was still there.
Last time they got up easy. This time, it'd be hard to get up off the canvas.
There's the uppercut again. The mouthpiece is out of Holyfield's mouth, and he's going to go down. And Holyfield gets up very early in the count.
Bowe is going to be in for another tough fight with Evander Holyfield, because I know Evander. You don't get by Evander twice. He's going to be fighting his heart out.
The battle began in earnest, but escalated dramatically in the second round when a challenged Holyfield dropped his game plan and went toe-to-toe.
Showing his warrior's heart, believes he has Bowe hurt.
There's something about Evander psychologically that as soon as he's hit, he forgets game plans and he becomes a warrior.
And it made me go to an all-out war. And from that point on, the fight was on to the point where I just said, well, look, hey, I'm gonna show you something.
You just can't take on a building and expect it to crumble, right? You got to demolish it. You got to wear it down. And he didn't fight his fight plan.
Well, he didn't change his fight. I made him change his fight plan. And I thought that the only thing I can do to better that performance was to knock Evander Holyfield out. And I tried to do it in the 10th round.
The dramatic 10th round was spectacular. A round of boxing called Classic. A round that could be repeated November 6th.
Bowe stuns him with an uppercut, and just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. What a hard fight, Holyfield. He's going to stay on his feet. He's hanging in there. Gets away from the right hand.
I felt that the only way he could beat me was to knock me out. I knew he wasn't gonna knock me out, even though that I knew he was a strong fighter.
I have to be honest with you. I was a bit tired. So, it's not as easy as a lot of people think. Not to mention Evander. He was determined. He didn't want to be knocked out. When a man doesn't want to be knocked out, it's pretty hard to knock him out.
And Holyfield weathers the storm and comes back throwing.
When he thought he had me in trouble, I was probably at my strongest when people thought I was at my weakest.
And in his comeback, earned everyone's respect.
Look at Holyfield. What a warrior. Reversing the tide of the battle. The champion now has Bowe wobbling. And he lands the right hand. Everybody in the Thomas and Mack Center on their feet.
You don't see these kind of rounds with heavyweights usually, because when a heavyweight usually gets you in that kind of trouble, there is no comeback.
Here was a man who could endure all of this and come back. And God knows the public and the writers love a comeback. And in that round, 3 minutes, you saw a comeback, which is extremely rare.
This round should be greeted with a standing ovation at the end. You've seen the best of both men.
On Saturday, November 6th, the best are back. Who will be victorious? Bowe the champion or Holyfield the challenger? The battle continues for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Round 10 continues after the bell.
If I felt that I would fought my best fight and not made so many mistakes and both beat me, I would just have to just realize that, you know, my time is up. But I realize that my time is not up.
He's confused. And being confused, he wants to clarify various different things. And I guess he feels like I can help him clarify these things. And so we do battle once again.
And they brawl in the center of the ring. Evander Holyfield showing his warrior's heart.
Round 10.
An uppercut, and just like that, the champion struggles to stay on his feet. Look at Holyfield. What a warrior.
It just kept coming.
The fight of the year.
The champion now has Bowe probably. You've seen the best of both men.
I'll get my revenge.
I will repeat.
Bowe Holyfield live from Caesars Palace, November 6th on pay-per-view. Call now to order.
2 men, 2 different strategies, 1 goal, the heavyweight championship.
Anytime I get into that ring, I'm in there to make a guy do what I want him to do.
What's important is to win, not so much that I got to go toe-to-toe to prove something.
Evander can only fight but one way, and that's the way I let him fight.
In the last battle, Riddick Bowe proved his stamina and determination. Evander Holyfield showed his great heart. Most believe that Evander's undoing came early on when he dumped his game plan and went toe-to-toe with the bigger, heavier Bowe.
I could have made the fight a lot easier for me if I would have boxed him. And I came out in the first round. My intention was to box him.
You got to beat him with smarts. You got to beat him with a game plan. You got to beat him with mobility. You got to make him fight your fight.
I'd rather fight toe-to-toe than box, and take more discipline for me to box than to go toe-to-toe. If I go back out and do the same thing, I get the same result.
Helping Evander with his game plan to regain the title is his new trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, guru to many world champions.
What Emmanuel Stewart teaching me that it's not going to be one shot that going to get this big man out. It's going to be a combination of shots. I'm not the one-punch knockout artist like Tyson is. So I need to go in here and use what always been my weapon, my hand speed, combination. These are the things that it takes.
George, go down!
Perhaps the best conditioned heavyweight ever, Evander weighed only 205 pounds for the first fight. He has gone back to lifting weights to add more muscle to his classically sculpted body.
I feel that if I am a little stronger as I hit the guy, I feel that you know, it would affect him a little bit more. And you know, strength is all in your mind.
Fists are where Bowe's strength comes from. He will probably exceed the 235 he weighed for their last fight, but Bowe is unconcerned with how big he'll be on November 6th.
Well, I'm gonna weigh in where I'm comfortable. If it's 235, then so be it. If it's 240, 245, then let it be. I'm not going to kill myself or to try to come in light to satisfy everybody else.
Will a confident Bowe, trained by the legendary 81-year-old Eddie Futch, alter the strategy that led to his perfect 34-0 record?
They said if you find something that works, stick with it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. The only thing I think I'll change is that this time, I'll knock him out.
After the first fight, Bowe silenced any doubt about his heart or stamina and proved that a big man who could fight was someone to be reckoned with.
Bowe can flat out fight. You know, he throws a jab. He has good hand movement on defense. He has good foot movement for a big guy. He's got a good right hand. He's got a tremendous uppercut. He's an incredibly accurate inside fighter for a tall man. He can fight.
Now, Riddick's a big man. He's not a sharp puncher. He's a ponderous puncher. And Evander now knows that, so he might be able to adapt.
Most big men just have punching power, but Riddick Bowe have a boxing ability, meaning that he can use a jab, he can move when he have to. He's a good inside fighter, and they're very rare. He's a polished big man, and there's not too many big men that have the ability that Bowe have for his boxing.
Will the polished big man retain his title? Or will the 205-pound man with the 204-pound heart regain his?
So I know one thing, Evander Holyfield is going to go into that fight probably as motivated and as determined as he's ever been.
He can fight his heart out, but he's got the box also. He's got the stick to a fight plan.
I think Evander has in the back of his mind that I beat him. He has to worry about that. Not to mention that, you know, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm getting better.
I can compensate that with my hand speed and, you know, my movement and my smartness. And I think, you know, strength is mentally not so much a physical thing.
I think Evander's going to come out, he's going to try to box and use a lot of lateral movement. But eventually, I think I'm going to catch up with him and knock him out.
Now I got to go into this fight, and then I got to fight a disciplined fight. I had to fight him just like I fought George Foreman.
I just think he's going to now meet somebody who's a little bit more confident than he was the first time. So I think it's going to be similar but shorter. And I think Bowe, you know, wins against Holyfield 99 out of 100 times.
I've been a champ one time, but I realized that I could be a champ again. All I had to do is do the same thing I did and more to get it.
He changes his strategy, moves, delivers punches in the combinations he can. Brilliant hand speed. He not only has a chance, he can win.
I can assure you and promise you right here now that Evander Holyfield will not see the 12th round.
On Saturday, November 6th, Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield fight for the heavyweight championship. Repeat or revenge?
Here's the first round exactly as it should happen. Holyfield comes out to meet Bowe, and then Holyfield starts to retreat. Around the 8th round, he'll find himself in a ringside seat.